Hello Miners, welcome back. This week we are seeing if the bird is the word. We are playing with the most broken avian from Modern Horizons 3, and honestly, probably the most broken card in the whole set. We are playing Nadu Winged Wisdom. There's a couple of different routes you can go with this, and I've seen it in a few different shells, but today I'm going to go ahead and throw this in a Cephalid Breakfast shell to add it as redundancy to the combo and an alternative way to win without having to rely on the graveyard. So it's a pretty stock Cephalid Breakfast core to the deck here. The whole point is to use Nomads in core, Shuko with Cephalid Illusionist, mill your whole library, reanimate a Thassa's Oracle. Nadu gives you added redundancy and card advantage because you could do basically the same thing. However, you're going to put lands onto the battlefield and cards into your hand, and theoretically that's going to let you draw or put your whole deck onto the battlefield to then be able to cast Thassa's Oracle from hand for the win if the graveyard is shut off for some reason. The other kind of like cheeky thing I'm doing here is I haven't seen this in a ton of Legacy lists, but I'm borrowing it from the modern version, Springheart Nantucko. It is a 1/1 insect for 2 that basically, for all intents and purposes, reads landfall, make a 1/1 insect. So what this is going to do is if I can have that on the battlefield and go off with Nadu at the same time, every time a land enters the battlefield, I'm going to get a creature, which is going to give me another 2 Nadu triggers. So it's a way to basically go infinite on the battlefield with this combo to be able to go with the Thassa's Oracle from hand route that I mentioned earlier as the alternative win con for this deck. So we're going to take this through a league, see how the bird does with the octopuses. And yes, that is the correct plural. It is octopuses. I have a marine biology background. Trust me on that one. If you don't, look it up. I'll wait. Just kidding. But yeah, let's take this through a league, see how it does, see how the bird plays. And again, yeah, we'll see if the bird is the word in Legacy. I'll catch you all in the wrap-up. Alright, round 1, we're on the dial up against Grindstone Cowboy, who I think is a pretty well-known painter player, if I remember correctly. If this had more than one land, this would be really good, but this is actually kind of good against Painter, if that is what our opponent's on. So I think we're actually going to go ahead and keep this. Yeah, let's keep it. I know this is risky as hell, but we're here to risk it for the biscuit, right? Question is just, do I want to be mana efficient, like run something out here? Like, I can't possibly combo off next turn anyways. Let's hide what we're doing here, just in case this ends up being like an epic fail and we end up just scooping. Like, I know this is a super, super greedy key, but we're gonna try. Oh! Maybe they're not what I thought they were. They could be on Nadu as well. Okay, well, we're gonna not bolt the halfling, path the halfling? Alright, well, we're gonna get rid of it now while we can. Because we do not want them to have an uncounterable Nadu. And I mostly want lands or cantrips. That is neither. Shit. Okay, well, this is theoretically a redraw later, and we have no graveyard synergy, so it's fine if it eats our Swords to Plowshares. We're just already paying the price hard for keeping a super greedy one-lander. But this does mean that our Force of Wills are on, at least, as well. Yeah, this is definitely... Yeah, this is like Nadu Breakfast of their own. Okay. So we're in a mirror match, sort of. They have a slightly different mana base than we do, and slightly different options here. Opponent did not shuffle with that Ponder after they played a Nomads in core. Okay, we hit a land. That is good. I like that a lot. With that being said, let's run out our own Nomads. We might as well just get it out. We will probably... Actually, if they're on Breakfast too, Soulguide Lantern actually kind of keeps them in check unless they can get rid of it. So we actually do kind of have them in check at the moment. If they just try to go for Nadu bullshit, we'll just force it. Because if this is just a Nadu, we're going to go ahead and force it, which it looks like it is. We're just going to hope they don't have a force back. Alright, it seems like they don't. So in theory, if we hit a Illusionist here, we should be able to just win the game on the spot. No, we hit it to Fairy. Yeah, this is mildly embarrassing. We will go ahead and do this. Hopefully they don't have a backup Nadu. If they do, that sucks. Kept a super greedy one-lander, and we're turn 4 and we've only drawn one land. Opponent is brainstorming, though. We did kind of fend off our opponent to start here. Alright, opponent's gonna Cabal Therapy. What are they gonna name? It'd be hilarious if they just blind name Teferi. I'm assuming they're gonna choose like Nadu. Yeah, they chose Nadu, which is a whiff. They say the two Teferis. They could sacrifice their nomads in core if they want to try to get out of this, but we'll see. A Narcomoeba? Now they can sacrifice their Narcomoeba. This is super risky, but it is a redraw. You know what? Fuck it. If they want to take our Teferis, I'm actually kind of okay with that. Yeah, that's fine. You can take the Teferis. I'm probably gonna... I shouldn't pop this Soul Guide Lantern, but I'm really tempted to try to find a hole to, like, punch through this. And I don't think Teferis are going to be the way that we get out of this. At this point, we're just fairly beating each other down. Like, again, if I can get a Cephalid Illusionist, I pretty much just win. Hedge Maze is a thing, I guess. Go for a Nadu next turn, I guess. Like, hope that our opponent doesn't have anything, and we can try to go for a Nadu next turn. Alright, they're gonna plow it. I'm more okay with them going after that than the Nadu at the moment. Yes, it sucks we're only gonna get 2 triggers off of Nadu, but it is what it is sort of thing. It also undoes 2 attacks from their Nomad. And now I'm just fully in the hope that this Nadu gets us there. Unless they... Okay, they're just hardcasting a Narcomoeba. Okay. Please do not have another Swords to Plowshares. Or a Daze, because that would suck too. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Alright, there's a Cephalid Illusionist. It'll land, okay. We gotta wait 1 turn. If we can get this Illusionist down next turn, we should be able to win. We still have our opponent kind of in check with the Soul Guide Lantern. Alright, and they're scooping up. They weren't able to draw an answer. Cool. I can't believe that we managed to squeak that greedy-ass one-lander out, but okay. Let's see. What do I want to bring in here? I think Surgicals... Pithing Needle is such a, like, hit-or-miss thing. I think I want to bring in Orange Chance. There's something to be said about bringing in Prismatic Endings as well. Probably take out 1 Shuko, trim a little bit of the combo stuff. There's also something to be said about I probably should take out Force of Wills. Like, it's a blue matchup, but they're a blue combo deck is the problem. But I'm not trying to protect my combo with Force of Will. I'm trying to stop theirs, and I've got other ways to stop it as well. So I'm trying to think of what I want to do here. Maybe take out 2 forces. I'm super iffy about these Prismatic Endings. Like, the problem is their sorcery speed, but they're good. They can take out a Shuko. Yeah, let's try something like this. Surgicals, Orm Chant, Prismatic Endings, and trim 1 of each of the combo pieces and take out 2 Force of Wills. Just so I still do have a Force of Will to stop anything too crazy on like turn 1 or whatever. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, this is a much better hand than what I had before. So I've got a Brainstorm. I'll probably Brainstorm this Narcomoeba away, or it's something free to pitch to a Force of Will. So I think we're going to go ahead and keep this. Okay. We're going to have to combo the hard way. Got it. That's interesting that they brought in Leyline of the Void. Like, I'm fine with comboing out the hard way. That's totally okay with me. Because we borrowed some of the modern tech with Springheart Nantucket, so that comboing from hand is much more realistic. Wow. Well, I mean, I guess if we bring in Leyline, you're bringing in all 4, right? Haywire Might. Okay. That's fine. Like I said, I'm not super worried about... Ooh. We could force them to try to pop their Haywire Might and start pivoting on to... Yeah, I actually don't hate that. Let's go pivot onto the Construct route or force them to pop their Haywire Might on our Urza Saga. I don't hate that at all, especially if they're missing lands. Alright, they got the green mana if they need it. I wonder if they're going to pop it before I can do anything with it. Alright, they're just popping it now. That's totally fine. I'm A-okay with that. Yep, do your thing, dude. We have more Urza Sagas, that's fine. I'm not particularly worried about that yet. I don't hate Ponder. Let's see what we can find. Nomads and Core isn't bad. Let's go ahead and Strand, Tarn, Nomads, draw the Nomad, and then we'll probably just play the Nomad next turn. And that way we have multiple fetches to try to get rid of this brainstorm if we need to. Are they going for a not? No, this isn't a Nadu. Okay, maybe it is. They just tapped their mana wrong. Yeah, they tapped their mana wrong. Oh, it's a Teferi. Okay, well, we're definitely going to say no to that. Definitely saying no to a Teferi. All right, let's sculpt our hand here for a second before we play Nomads and Core. Nadu, Nomad. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's put back the Underground Sea. I don't hate redundant Nomads. This Force of Will, we can pitch the whatchamacallit if we absolutely need it. Let's play this, fetch this out. I'm just like trying to think of how I want to do this here. Let's grab a Tundra. I was gonna say worst case scenario, we can pitch the Nomads or the Nadu if we absolutely have to. And I thought about maybe playing out the other Illusionist or the other Nomad here, but I think it's more important to be able to select our next draw is the hope. Because I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go fetch, grab the Hedge Maze to try to set up my next draw. Hope that I can hit a blue card off at the top, and then play Nadu is the hope with protection. Or are they just... Oh, they're just going to Prismatic Ending. Okay, I have a redundant one anyways. That's fine. And they have a Saga of their own now. Okay. So I think we're still going to stick with the original plan here. Let's grab a Hedge Maze. We also could just... Meticulous Archive. No, that's got to go in the bin. I was going to say, if we also hit a untapped mana source here, we could also theoretically just try to jam it. This is a blue card to go with whatchamacallit. Let's just pass the turn. It's a blue card we can pitch to Forcible while still keeping Nadu. And worst case scenario, if they don't do anything in their end step, we will go ahead and Brainstorm, try to find another land and a blue card to attempt to go off. And we are graced by the Jackass. Alright, they have a Nomads of their own. We can Swords that if we need to. They've only got 2 cards in hand. Alright, let's see what we can find here. Show me an untapped land and a blue card in all of this. Untapped land and Cabal Therapy. There is also a Surgical Extraction. So I could check their hand? Make sure that there isn't some kind of removal spell. I could go hit a... Probably Brainstorm is the correct option to hit here. Let's put back the Cabal Therapy. And put back Surgical. Draw the Surgical. And then we're going to see if we can get a counter out of their hand with this. No. Okay. They resolved pretty quickly, so I'm thinking that means they don't have one. We're going to go ahead and go after the Brainstorm here. This way they can't theoretically Brainstorm for an answer. Alright, so they have Swords and a Teferi. Okay. So I think we have to force the issue, unfortunately, and hope that we draw into a whatchamacallit. Let's grab another Trop. We're gonna play the Nomad first, because this is gonna force them to go after the Nomad. And then if they want to spend their turn bouncing Nadu, I'm kind of okay with that. Because now they have to Swords this. Swords is now gone. So it forces the issue. And they're going to have to force a bounce on Nadu, unless they just draw a Nadu of their own. They also don't have enough mana to make multiple constructs and play Teferi. Unless they draw a land, and then they could. We are also going to get a trigger off of Nadu. Oh, okay, they're just making a do. They're going to go for the fair beatdown, I guess. Did they draw a land to be able to play Teferi? Or are they just going to grab a Shuko? They just grab Shuko. Equipping Shuko, okay. It is big enough to swing in. Okay, yeah, I mean, that is a legitimate way to play this game now. We need something off of the top to be able to target Nadu. Come on, blue card? Swords to Plowshares, okay. That does answer the construct. Orm's Chant, okay. This one's slipping away, unfortunately. We have what we need to be able to go off. Unfortunately, we don't have a way to stop this Teferi. And this saves us 3 points of damage total. And unfortunately, we have nothing to stop the Teferi if they decide to throw that down. Which it looks like they are. Yeah, there's Teferi. So they have 1 unknown in hand. There are still ways that we can get out of this, but it is slipping away pretty quickly here. Oh, I know another Urza Saga. That's unfortunate. That is a Cephalid Illusionist. I need some ungodly sequence of cards here to pull this off, but we very well may scoop up soon just to save clock. We are a minute behind our opponent here. Since I can't do anything anyways, we'll just F6 through the turn, get our F6 value in. This is unfortunately a situation where this ley line actually is a problem. Yeah, I'm just dead on the next turn, unfortunately, I think. Because they'll be able to make enough constructs and everything. And if they have Nadu, yeah, they got this one. We'll go to the next one. They just had the right amount of interaction here. And this ley line, I mean, didn't really play that big into it, but... in that case, then, let's bring in Brazen Borrow and Haywire Might. Probably take out the last 2 Force of Wills to be able to deal with Leyline of the Void, and let's try that. I don't hate this. We'll go ahead and keep this. Our opponent did not keep a Leyline this time. We're going to go ahead and just play out the Haywire Might. That's fine. Get a Shuko or a Urza Saga under control early. Delighted Halfling, okay. Need removal for that now. Oh, we have an Urza Saga of our own. See if we can just get down... Like, unfortunately, they just have an uncounterable fucking Nadu now. That sucks, but... Oh, they got the land, dude. No. Okay, they don't have a Nadu. I can blow up the Shuko. Okay, that's fine. Do I want... Ooh, we have a Nomads. I like that. There's a part of me that wants to try to just slam this Teferi right now. And then bounce their Delighted Halfling. But I also kind of want to start making constructs. You know what? We're going to force their hand here. Let's see if we can get this down. If this resolves, I can bounce the Halfling. If not, I can get multiple counterspells out of their hand. Or a counterspell, at least. Alright, they're brainstorming, so I'm guessing that means they're looking for an answer here. I could also brainstorm, right, or surgical the brainstorm to see if they found the counter. Okay, they did. We also got rid of Athos' Oracle, which I'm actually pretty okay with. We also can surgical Force of Wills if we need to try to force something through. Alright, they have a Urza Saga of their own, which I can kill. Oh, they have the Nadu? Alright. Yes, no, pump fake? No, they tapped their mana wrong, okay. Alright, well, let's see if we can get anything out of this. They're gonna get to do at least 4 of these. Yeah, do your thing. Alright, just a land. Like, it sucks if they get a bunch of lands, but if they get a bunch of lands, they get a bunch of lands. The lands are the least scary thing that they could get here. Cabal Therapy, okay, they can't cast that. Cephalid Illusionist, they can't cast that yet. And a Brainstorm, okay. If we can hit a Nadu of our own, we can start doing things. No. Oh shit, I meant to float mana, fuck. Okay. Let's put them like that. Let's eat Flooded Strand. Play this. We're gonna blow up the Shuko, and then we're gonna surgical the Shukos. Grab a Trop. Blow up Shuko. Oh, this exiles. Never mind. I can't even surgical it. Shit. Okay, well, we're just gonna hope that we can fucking go for it. Like, we're gonna see what they do. We're probably honestly going to go ahead and pop this Soul Guide Lantern end of turn to draw a card, increase our chances of just hitting a Nomads and Core. Or not Nomads and Core, a Nadu or a Cephalid Illusionist. Surgical the Force of Wills and hope for the best. Alright, nothing yet. Another Delighted Halfling, okay. Alright, I mean, we're gonna do the thing. Hope that between these 2 draws we hit what we need or a way to find what we need. Doing this just to try... Okay, oh, fuck. They have a Swords to Plowshares too? Yeah, I don't think there's any way we get out of this, unfortunately. Illusionist is gone. Cabal Therapy's gone. Yeah, I don't think there's any card that gets us out of this because they can Swords to kill our Nomad in response. We have a Swords of our own. Ugh. Well, let's start with a Brainstorm. See where this goes. I think this one's lost, though. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Fuck, no. Okay, that's not gonna work. Will it work, actually? It might. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is Orm's Chant can buy us a turn. Um, because I can put Urza Saga back, put a land back, play a Flooded Strand, um, go after the Cephalid Illusionist, hope they tap out of white mana. Hmm. Okay, we're gonna pass the turn, see what we can do here. Like, I don't know, we'll see. They're probably going to go ahead and go for whatchamacallit on my turn. So I can Orm's Chant here to stop them from actually being able to play anything, but then they're going to be able to fuel their hand up. I gotta try to save this for my turn. Hope that they just tap out, but they're going to be able to like refuel the ever-loving fuck out of their hand here. Because there's no point going after any of this. I'll just let them do their thing. Because they're just going to refuel. They're going to have ass loads of mana. Another nomads. That allows them to do everything on... Yeah, we're just dead here, unfortunately. Them hitting that nomads means they can do this again on our turn, and it doesn't fucking matter. So, they got that one. That was super, super close, though. Yeah, super close. Good game, opponent. Good game. On to the next one. Alright, won the die roll in round 2. Let's go. I actually don't hate this hand, so I think we're going to go ahead and keep this. Like, this is a lot of creature removal. We have an Oh Shit button. We can work toward Constructs or Teferi. Let's just start out with the Plains. Make them think that maybe we're on Death and Taxes or something. See if they don't play around combo or counter magic stuff. Alright, looks like possibly a lands adjacent strategy. This could also be Eldrazi. Chalice on 1. We have to say no to that, unfortunately. They did chuck a Wasteland, and they're down a lot of cards here, so that makes me feel a little bit better. We also hit a Nomads in core, which makes me feel pretty good. We can go Constructs, or if we just top deck a, Cephalid Illusionist, we should be able to just go off. They don't currently have the mana for a Kozilek's Command to remove any of our pieces. Unfortunately, like, their Eldrazi all have fucking cast triggers and shit. Luckily, since we have Redundant Source of Plowshares, even if this is like a Thought-Knot Seer, we should be fine. This might be a Myco spawn. Yeah, so they're just going to do this to go ahead and find a land. I'm going to guess it's a Wasteland is probably what they're going to find here to shut off the Urza Saga. Yep, Wasteland to shut off Urza Saga. Okay, that's fine. Like I said, if I can hit like land or Cephalid Illusionist here, we still have an ability to potentially go off. We're going to go ahead and just run this out, just since we're not hitting lands. This also means an untapped green source, and we can start doing the thing. And we still have double removal spell held up. Cavern of Souls, okay. Hopefully they just have a bunch of land and they don't have shit else to do with it. They can cast a 5-drop here. Okay, there goes Nadu. But we also have an answer for Thought-Knot Seer, so we'll get to redraw anyways. So we're actually going to get to be 2 cards deeper here, which might actually increase our chances of finding a win. Alright, took Nadu. We'll let him get in. We'll take 3. I don't care about that. Plow the Thought-Knot. Get a redraw. Another Swords. Okay. Not really what I was looking for here. And a Cephalid Illusionist. Okay, as long as they don't have whatchamacallit, we win here. Like, as long as they don't have a Dismember, because they can't cast a Kozilek's Command with the mana that they have. This is also now instant speed. And I think our opponent scooped it up. The game just froze. Yep, they scooped it up. Okay, so up against Eldrazi aggro, I like don't even know what to bring in against Eldrazi aggro, to be completely honest. Like, it's not really something we have a ton for. Their creatures are too big for Prismatic Ending. I mean, Serenity can kind of mop up like Chalice slash Mox or Chrome that Mox Diamonds and shit like that. I suppose we could bring in Surgical to get rid of their Wastelands when they inevitably chuck one to the Diamond. Haywire might not be terrible. Their creatures don't really have activated abilities. The only real sorceries they have are Kozilek's Command, so I feel like we don't really need Flusterstorm. Brazen Borrower kind of just lets them redo their, whatchamacallits, their ETBs and their cast triggers. Orm's Chant can probably buy us a turn, so that might be worth bringing in. We don't care about their graveyard, so we could definitely take that out. Cavern makes our counter magic seem kind of stupid, so I'm kind of tempted to take out the Force of Wills, but I know I need them to stop like a turn 1 Chalice on one. Let's do one Shuko. I'm really iffy about these surgicals, to be honest. I don't think we really need them. One more cut. Maybe cut... I'm trying to think what we even cut here. Let's cut one Nadu. Cut one Teferi. Bring these in, take that out. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, I like this hand. We've got a combo piece. We've got an ship button. We've got fetch lands, brainstorm. We got everything we need. It will really suck if I have to chuck this brainstorm to a forcible to stop a turn 1 Chalice, but I'll do what I gotta do. Alright, cool. They are not doing that. I am A-okay with that. Ponder is interesting. I think we're going to play Flooded Strand just so I have the ability to hold up white mana if I need it. Just in case I have to sword something. Like, in case they follow this up with, like, Cavern Thought, or, Temple Eye Thought Not Seer, or something like that. A 3-drop, I'm guessing, is Glaring Fleshraker? Okay, that's fine. We can actually kill that pretty easily. Okay. That's fine. I can kill that, no problem. Urza Saga is interesting if I want to try to go that route. Let's start off with a Brainstorm. And then I'm oh, Cephalid Illusionist. I like that. Okay. Put back. Put back. We're just gonna kill the Fleshraker now. Grab a Tundra. Before they can get any additional mana off of it, let's just kill it. I probably should have put the Force back, but I'm holding that just in case they have, like, a Cozy Command or something. And then next turn, as long as they don't Thought Knot Seer us here, we have the combo with a Force of Will backup to stop a K command. Okay, now we don't have the combo anymore, unless they don't go after... Okay, they're going after a land, that's fine. That actually means that our Urza Saga lives, which I'm kind of okay with. This is another Fleshraker? Yep, another Fleshraker, okay. Well, we also know that we're drawing lands, so I'm actually kind of okay with that. Or, never mind, no we're not. Let's see if we can draw out a whatchamacallit from them. Another Wasteland, because this sets us up to be able to go off next turn. And I'm going to hold on to the Ponder just to be safe here, because if they Thought Not Seer us, they're going to take the Cephalid Illusionist, and this gives us a redraw, because I can't force a Thought Knot. They could do some nutty shit here, depending on how many colorless spells they have. Okay, it is a Thought Knot Seer. So this is specifically why I held on to the Ponder. Because they're going to take the Cephalid Illusionist. And this gives us an opportunity to be able to ponder, find a new Cephalid Illusionist, and go off. Yep, took the Illusionist. Which is exactly what I thought was going to happen. Alright, so we've got a couple of draws to be able to try to find an Illusionist here. Okay. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, we're going to ponder to start. See if we can hit an Illusionist. That's an Illusionist. Alright. No shuffle. Play the Underground Sea. Play Illusionist. And I got Force of Will to stop a Kozilek's command. Or any other potential shit that they could have. And they scooped it up. Alright, onto the board. I like it. Taking down Eldrazi Aggro. On to the next one. Alright, we are just racking up the die rolls today. Up against Sniff and Whisper. Okay, I like this. We're gonna go ahead and keep this. We have turn 2 combo potential if we really want to. I'm debating if we should ponder first, though. Set up our next couple of draws, possibly find a Force of Will to go along with one of these Nadus. We'll see how crazy our opponent goes, though. If they mulligan super deep, then I might ponder first. I don't know. Alright, opponent kept on 6. Devourer of Destiny. Okay, so they are on Eldrazi as well. So in that case, then, we're going to go ahead and just whatchamacallit here. We're going to play the Shuko, hope we top deck a land and can go off. Get that down before they can get a Chalice on one. And now we hope we top deck a land and can just pop off. A lot of Eldrazi lately. And this plays around Wasteland, which is why I got this. And that is the whole reason why I grabbed the basic, was just so that we can't get Wastelanded off of a potential turn 2. Opponent is setting up their draw. Devourer of Destiny is just so fucking good. It's basically a free Once Upon a Time for Eldrazi decks. I gotta say that the new Eldrazi from Modern Horizons 3 are fucking awesome. So they got rid of Gaia's Cradle. Cradle, Chalice, and Kozilek's command they exiled. Interesting. Eldrazi Temple. It that heralds the end, maybe? Unless they've got some other mana acceleration to get something else out quicker. Simian's okay. 3 mana. Is this Fleshraker? Eldrazi Linebacker. Okay. So this is like an even more hyper aggro deck than the last Eldrazi deck that I played. Alright, I'll land off the top and I'm like 99% sure we win. So I just need to land. Land? Land. Unless they randomly... No! Fuck! No! Shit! Okay, I fucked that up. That is on me. I pressed the wrong fucking button. Shit. Fuck me. Okay, I pressed the wrong card. I really hope I don't pay for that. We can put back Nomads, Illusionist. We can draw the Hedge Maze. We have a backup Illusionist. We're just going to go ahead and get rid of the Line Breaker so that they can't, like, one-shot us here. Oh my god, I can't believe I pressed the wrong fucking button. Even if they Thought-Knot Seer is here, we have another one. Thank god we saw another one on the top. Okay, it is a Thought-Knot Seer, so we know we're drawing another Illusionist. I totally didn't punt that one into the sun, but oh my god, I can't believe that I clicked on Ponder by accident. I cannot believe that I punted that one so hard. At least, like I said, in theory, we should be fine. We saw their Spirit Guide, so there is a world where they could, like, Spirit Guide into a... whatchamacallit here? Spirit Guide into... we'll put Nomads on top, just in case for some reason this doesn't work. Okay, clicking the right card this time. Okay, yeah, they're F6 now. What I was saying is they could have Spirit Guided into a Dismember, but it doesn't look like they have that. Alright, so my punt did not cost us the game. The question is, are they just like not paying attention, or do they just want to see what's in our deck here to see if we are the Nadu version? The Greenland kind of pretty heavily gives away that we're Nadu. Unless they like randomly have Surgical Extraction main deck. Which again, they're F6, which would be really weird if they had Surgical. Where the hell are all my... Okay, there we go. I'm like, where the fuck are my Narcomoebas at? Like, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't put it above most opponents to have a main deck, whatchamacallit, Surgical, just because of the fact that, like, Breakfast is kind of making a comeback here. Alright. Dread Return, targeting Thassa's Oracle. Alright, yeah. I probably should have Cabal Therapied there just to be safe, but they were F6, so I figured I'll just end this game as quickly as possible. Up against Eldrazi again, but this is a much more aggressive version of Eldrazi. For a much more aggressive version, they still have the Chalices, which I'm mildly concerned about. Maybe do something similar to what we did before. Like, bring an Orm's Chant so that we can try to go off in peace on our own turn, or Fog for a turn if we need to. Haywire Might to get rid of a Chalice. Prismatic Ending could probably get rid of Chalices as well. I don't think we need Soul Guide Lantern. Trima Teferi? Maybe we don't need the Haywire Might. We have Prismatic Ending, and it just feels so weird. There's like so much shit that I feel like we should have, but we also don't. I guess let's trim a Nadu, maybe. Do a little bit of the like trimming of redundant pieces. Maybe keep Nadu, trim the redundant Shuko. Take out a Teferi. Orm's Chant to go off in peace. Prismatic Endings to get rid of Chalices. Let's try something like this and see how it goes. I actually realized, no lands, got a mulligan. I actually realized as I was doing that, like, I actually really should bring in, whatchamacallit. We're gonna keep this and put Thoracle to the bottom. Yeah, I was about to say, we probably should actually put in Haywire Might to be able to deal with Leyline of the Void, but I do have, whatchamacallit, Teferi to bounce it, I guess. This is a Chalice on 1, we gotta force it. Yep, that's fine. Our hope at this point is that our shit can just end up going and get Shuko, Nadu, and try to combo out from hand before our opponent can do too much. That being said, even with going down all of those resources... Hey, speaking of which, Teferi. Even going down all of those resources, like, they've still got 4 cards in hand. We will definitely go get a Surveil land. See if we can just set up our next couple of land drops. And I'm assuming this is a Thought-Knot Seer. Yep, so they're going to have to decide what they want. Do they want the Nadu, or do they want the Teferi? I'm assuming they take the Nadu. They might take the Teferi just because it can bounce the ley line and deal with the Nadu later. Okay, they took the Teferi. Okay. So they did worry about being able to bounce the ley line. They could also just have, like, a Wasteland and I'm fucked, but we'll see. We will grab the Meticulous Archive. Okay. We will take a Cephalid Illusionist, I guess. Draw the Illusionist. Play a Saga and hope we can survive 3 turns of our opponent possibly doing dumb things. Like, I'm hoping this is a distraction for our opponent more than anything. Fucking Wasteland, okay. Sowing Mycospawn, is this gonna be kicked? Yeah, this is gonna be a kicked Sowing Mycospawn. So they're gonna blow up all of our lands over the course of 1 turn. Yeah, we're out of this. Because they're gonna blow up one of our lands, and they're gonna go find a Wasteland to blow up the other one. Oh, they went for an Ayavugan. That's surprising. It's honestly very surprising. We'll see what their last card is, but we're probably just gonna die, if we're being completely honest here. Especially if we don't hit a land here. Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna go to the next one. We're pretty definitively dead here. Yeah, they just had a hell of a start. We will be on the play, though, so that's gonna help. As I was saying, let's bring in Brazen Borrower and Haywire Might now to be able to deal with ley lines. Probably take out 1 Illusionist, 1 Nadu, do some more trimming. Yeah, trim some more combo pieces, bring those in to deal with ley line and try that. That is not even close to the nuts. Let's mulligan that. This is actually pretty close, so we're gonna go ahead and keep this. We're gonna put the Cabal Therapy back, probably. I'm assuming they have a ley line. Yep, okay. So we are going to... Oh, and a Devourer, okay. We'll just play the Flooded Strand to go from there. We might have to Swords to Plowshare or something, or we can just brainstorm to try to find some answers. See what they exile. Alright, exile a ley line, a Null Rod, and a Elvish Spirit Guide. Okay. Let's see what they do here. A Chalice on 1 would be mildly annoying, but we can deal with that. Because if we can find a Brazen Borrower or just go get our Haywire Might, we can actually do some dumb shit here. A Null Rod. Okay. I mean, I'd like to force this if we can. Let's grab a Tundra for now. Okay, so I've got the combo. Let's put back Step Through and a land for now. As long as they don't hit a Wasteland, we're actually in pretty good shape here. Alright, well, we'll play this. I'm debating if I want to run out this Nomads, but I don't think I'm going to. As long as we can dodge Wasteland for a few turns, we're actually in pretty good shape here. Okay, Forest, that's not bad. They could... Wait, no, they need 4 mana to Mycospawn, right? If the Herald's the end, that's fine-ish. I don't think I care about that. I think we're probably just going to focus on making dudes for right now. And see if we can get through that. Because we just got to fade a Wasteland or a way to find it for 1 more turn. So that we can go get our Haywire Might, blow up this ley line, and then go to town. Alright, that is more mana. 4 mana, 5 mana. Alright, there's a Sowing Mycospawn. That's annoying, but not the end of the world. I'm assuming they're going to go get a Wasteland to kill the Urza Saga. I'd be very surprised if they don't. And unfortunately, I can cycle the Step Through. I could try to go for the, like... Oh, they got an Eldrazi Temple. Okay, maybe we survive? They can pay 3 more mana to do something here. But they're not going to? What are they doing? Do they have, like, a Dismember up? We'll just take 2. That's fine. That's weird. So, like, Dismember's mildly annoying, but we can get through that. I'm very confused why they would have gotten an Eldrazi Temple and then proceeded to do nothing. Unless they think we don't have a way to deal with Leyline. Float some mana. Go grab Haywire Might. They appear to be F6'd here. Oh, fucking A. God damn it. Fucking whatchamacallit gets me every goddamn time. Okay, so we're gonna have to try to do this the hard way then. Got it. Fucking Null Rod gets me every goddamn fucking time. Every fucking time. Alright, they've actually got the mana to be... Shit, I shouldn't have fucking played this out. Oh well, that's fine. We'll see what they do. Maybe they get greedy and they just don't bother going after the Cephalid Illusionist because they think it can't do anything right now. Fuck. Null Rod always gets me with Haywire Might. Always. But here's just hoping they get greedy and they don't go for their Devourer of Destiny. Because right now, Leyline and Cephalid Illusionist are the only things that they can target with it. Because if they don't... Like, if they don't cast... No, this is Devourer. Goddamn. Yes? No? Maybe? What are they doing? Oh, they're doing a Sowing Microspawn. Okay. Okay, so we still have a shot. We have a shot still. This also was not kicked. That counts for 3 mana. I guess they still have enough mana to be able to cast it. We'll see what they do here. If they cast a Devourer, they're going to take our Sowing Microspawn. Target creature control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. I mean, I guess we have to Swords that so that it doesn't work. Since it doesn't exist anymore, it shouldn't do any damage. Yeah. Okay, we lost our Dread Return, which is fine-ish. God damn, they still have enough mana to fucking Devour? Jesus fucking Christ. And a Thought-Knot Seer. Okay. I'm assuming they take the Nomads here. They might take the Big Brain move here and take the Step Through. Yep, they take the Nomads. We know the last card in hand is Devourer of Destiny. Yeah, get him for your 4, that's fine. That was just fucking rough as shit. Alright, so we still have ways out of this. Orum's Chant doesn't really do it. Actually, it does, because we can upkeep, play Orum's Chant, and then they can't do anything. And they can't cast anything this turn, so this is going to buy us a turn to try to get out of this. Alright, you cannot cast spells during this turn. You cannot play your Devourer of Destiny. And then we kind of just gotta hope that we top deck another Nomads, because we're going to go ahead and go grab our whatchamacallit, Thassa's Oracle, and hope that we just top deck a Nomad and we can win on the spot. I mean, we'll save ourselves a little bit of life, because this isn't doing anything anyways. Alright, let's see if we can hit the top deck of the century here. Because we've got, what, 2 more Nomads in deck? Yeah, we have 2 more Nomads in deck. So we need to top deck exactly a Nomads to have a shot here. Otherwise, they're going to cast Devourer and Cephalid's dead. Womp. Yeah, because now they're just going to be able to play whatchamacallit. And we're just dead. Because they're going to hit our Cephalid Illusionist, and then we're not going to have enough turns left to do anything. Alright, let's see what we would have hit. That is unfortunate. We are so close. Yeah, it's not a Nomad anyways. Good game, opponent. Good game. Like, we had this one turn to top deck a Nomad. But sometimes you got it, sometimes you don't. On to the next one. Alright, round 4, and we won the die roll again. I am liking this. I mean, this is a turn 2, so we're going to keep the shit out of this. We're going to go ahead and just start off and say, fuck it. Like, another fetch land would be great. Grab a Tundra, play a whoops, wrong color. Play a Nomads and Core, and hope that our opponent is not on an interactive deck and doesn't have a turn 1 combo. And then if we have to, we can pivot on to the Urza Saga plan to go get a Shuko. Oh, okay. I suppose lands is a thing. We will go ahead and pay for it. What do I want to do here? Let's just play... Let's play the Urza Saga. This should let us do it next turn, as long as they don't have a crop rotation style effect or a wasteland. Oh, I should have attacked there. Oh well, it's 1 point of damage. We're up against lands. As long as they don't have access to green mana to be able to crop rotate for a Bojuka Bog, we should be pretty good. Okay, they have a wasteland. I mean, it takes out Urza Saga. That's mostly fine. I don't really care about that at the moment. It sets us back a turn. And, like I said, as long as they don't have access to green mana, that's all I really care about here. Alright, let's actually attack this time. Yeah, as long as they don't have access to green mana, that's all I care about. Because if they can Bojuka Bog, then we have problems. Alright, here goes a Once Upon a Time, so they're probably going to find green mana. I'd be very surprised if they don't find green mana off of this. What? Lands Eldrazi? What is this crazy shit? Urza's Tower, okay, into a Vexing Bauble. Okay, I guess we're just gonna try to do this the hard way then? I'm very confused about what the fuck is going on over there. Yeah, we'll pay for it for now. I mean, we might just go the Nadu route now. Now that I see what the fuck is going on over there. We can go ahead and Cephalid Illusionist. So let's see, how does this go wrong? Because I need to be able to Dread Return, but I need to get rid of this Vexing Bauble in the process. I think we just pass the turn for now. Because we need one more land and we can start going off with Nadu. I am so confused by what's going on over there. That was a very key Vexing Bauble, because unfortunately Dread Return... Okay, they have green mana now. Crop rotation for what? Planar Thingamabobber? Another Wasteland to try to cut me off of more mana? Planar Nexus. Okay, so they've got 4 mana now. They could Thought Knot Seer me, but I've got multiple Nadus. I'm basically just looking for an untapped land to start trying to go off. Alright, they're not doing anything yet. Okay. Interesting. This deck is wild. Alright, come on, untap land, let's go. Give me an untap land. Untap land. Unless they, like, have a Kozilek's command or something to kill this nomad. Or they could, like, Karak it. They could crop rotation for a Karakas? But then it just bounces Nadu back to hand, and that doesn't solve their problem. And it gets a trigger off of the Nadu anyways. So they need, like, a Dismember, a Kozilek's command, something to get rid of the nomads in core. Alright, they're doing something. 4 mana. I'm assuming this is a Kozilek's command. Yep, it is a Kozilek's command. Okay. Get Nadu down, and then, like, I have multiple top decks that can do things here. Or I can just keep flying over the opponent to kill them. They also now have to decide if these spawns are worth saving or not. I'm assuming no, but I don't know why they would have kept them if they weren't. So, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so... they're just letting them go? Alright, they sacked 1 to save the other. So they have 5 mana this turn now. Okay, they have, like, damn near infinite mana now. They could Sowing Microspawn here to try to cut me off of mana as much as possible. Or if they have a Devourer of Destiny, they can just kill this Nadu. But I have a backup one. Oh, they're gonna K command for 5? Okay. Well, we get a trigger off of this into a Ponder, and we have another Nadu. So, I mean, I guess if they want to do that, that's mostly okay. And then they need a follow-up or they're gonna lose a shitload of these spawns here. It looks like they have something, maybe? A Thought Knot Seer would be the absolute fucking worst here. Okay, Karn, while annoying, isn't the end of the world. It just shuts off Shuko. If we top deck a Nomads in Core, we can just start going off again. They could just go for the lot, grab Micro... No, they're gonna have Liquid Metal Coating. Alright, so they're gonna try to shut off a land on me. Got it. Okay. This is an interesting take on Eldrazi, for sure. So they're just gonna shut off a land, I guess, which is mostly fine. Unfortunately, yeah, they're gonna shut off the green land. And there's an Illusionist. They're just gonna... Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're just dead here, because they're gonna be able to go get Mycosynth card, or Mycosynth Lattice. Yeah, we're just dead here, unfortunately. They're gonna be able to go get Lattice and Lattice Lock me. Wow, we're having a hard time against these Eldrazi decks. Okay, so against what our opponent's doing, we are bringing in all of the Serenities, Pithing Needle, Haywire Might, Brazen Borrower. Their yard doesn't really matter that much. Trim Teferi, and then probably just trim a bit of the combo stuff. Like, trim 1 of each of the combo cards. And bring these in. I can keep 1 more card in here. Let's keep one of the Teferis in here, actually. Yeah, let's try that. See how that goes. Yeah, I don't hate this at all. We can keep this. Alright, start off with the Flooded Strand, see where that goes. Vexing Bauble's fine. We have the Serenity to take care of that. So I'm not super concerned. We can also just bounce it with Brazen Borrower if we want to. Let's grab the Meticulous Archive for now. See what we can hit. A Plains. Do I care about a Plains? I don't think I need a Plains right now. We can put that into the graveyard. Lands are not our constricting point at the moment. I might regret that later, but we're not going to. So let's just play this and pass. Like I said, if we need to, we can always just, like, bounce the Vexing Bauble with Brazen Borrower. Alright, Planar Nexus. That's fine. let's go ahead and get the other surveil land here. Just set up our draws. More lands. I don't think we want more lands. We draw even more lands. Okay. Let's just play the Flooded Strand for now, I guess. We might go ahead and end of turn, like I said, just bounce the Bauble, just in case we can do some stuff. There's a part of me that also kind of just wants to play out the Serenity, but I'd rather they have more shit on the battlefield before I do that, so that we can get more value out of it. Do I want to bounce the Bauble yet? If I bounce the Bauble, what does that do for me at the moment? Not really anything, so let's just keep going. Okay, I don't hate Teferi. I can actually bounce the Bauble with Teferi. Alright, they're gonna crop rotation just for the sake of rotating? What, just to get a Cloud Post or something? Urza's Tower, okay, so they're just trying to set up as much mana as possible. I mean, we're just gonna bounce the Bauble. If we draw Force of Will, we'll definitely counter it on the way back down. Alright, they just let me have it. They were thinking about popping it to prevent me from drawing. So thank you, opponent, for not doing that. Like, I know it's just a temporary thing, but I just wanted the draw, so... Because now they've got 3, 5, 6 mana. Just replaying Bauble. Now they got 5 mana, that's fine. Karakas, okay. Back up to 6 mana now. I'm not super worried about Karakas at the moment. The One Ring. Interesting. Okay, that is annoying, but not the end of the world. This also taps them down quite a bit. So there's a world where we can sneak our combo in here, depending on what the opponent does. Next turn could be very, very bad for us, though. Narcomoebas are not what I want. That is faux sure. Let's just get this down to get it out of the way for now. Seems like a very, granted, we're drawing parts of our deck we do not want to be drawing, so that is definitely not helping things at all, but this is going to make them second guess putting anything else down on the battlefield this turn as well. They might as well pop this Bauble for mana now. Or for the card draw, I think. Opponent just plays a Cloud Post, that's fine. They're just getting their mana up. So this is going to be 3, 4, 6, 7. Playing something for 7. Is this a Sowing Myco spawn? Yes. So they're going to try to blow up some lands on me here, which is whatever. Search for a land. Are they just going to try to take out all of my lands then? Is that what's going on here? Yep, there's a Wasteland. They're going to blow up the Hedge Maze. Now what, take out another land on the way out? They're going... Okay, they're just going after the tapped lands. That's fine-ish. Alright, they're just popping that now. That's fine. So now Serenity doesn't actually hit anything, which is, again, fine. We're just going to take out the Myco spawn now so that I can keep Teferi around and try to position ourselves in a way to be able to combo off if we draw what we need. That is a land. Uptick. I would like some selection here. Our opponent's just burying us with the One Ring. We have not hit a single cantrip this entire game. And they have damn near infinite mana at this point. Another Cloud Post. So these now tap for 4, 7. Is this a Devour Destiny? Nope, they are going to kick another Sowing Myco spawn. Yeah, this is effectively over now. We're just going to concede. We can't come back from this, unfortunately. Like, we literally just didn't draw shit. Considering we have 8 cantrips, we didn't draw a single fucking one of them. Good game, opponent. I mean, you overwhelmed us, but our deck just completely failed to fucking function that game. Alright, on to the next one. Okay, final round. Finally lost the die roll. I think we can keep this. We've got 2 different ways to our combo. We've got a swords to kill an opponent's creature. Oh, okay, we are up against some kind of mono black something. As I was saying, just playing for half of our entry fee back if possible. Okay, so we actually have a turn 2 combo if we wanted to go for it, but I don't trust our opponent to not have removal. So I'm going to go ahead and just try to take out our opponent's shit here. Troll of Khazad-dûm. That is a juicy, juicy Source of Plowshares target. And they're not going for it. Yeah, okay. That's fine. We're probably going to go ahead and grab a Surveil land here. See if we can set up some kind of protection for going off. Nethergoyf number 2. Okay, that's fine. We have so many fetch lands. I don't feel bad fetching here. Let's grab a Meticulous Archive. I don't hate Ponder. We can keep that. Probably start off with the Ponder. Into Nadu and Teferi. Teferi gives us a chance to be able to go off. Let's see if we can distract them with the Nadu. Yeah, we're going to try to distract them with the Nadu if they do actually have some way to check our hand here. And if they don't do anything, then... Okay, Wasteland's annoying. We are running into just all sorts of Wasteland decks. We can still take 4. That's not terrible. We just don't want them to really disrupt our hand here is the big thing. Alright, so we see the Teferi. There's a part of me that wants to just run out this nomads and core just to kind of be a distraction, but I'm sure as of right now we're probably just stranding a bunch of removal in their hand. So I think what we want to do here is we're probably going to go ahead and swords one of the Goyfs, play Teferi, bounce the other one, assuming we... Okay, Wastelands are fine. We can go grab basics if we need to. It's a little awkward with Nadu. Gix. Okay, so they should be tapped out now. We should be able to just pop off. Yeah, we should be good unless they randomly have, like, surgical extraction or something. Do I want to kill one of these? Yes. I think I want to kill one of these for the sake of not letting them draw more cards. They also tapped out of their Wasteland. So yeah, as long as they don't like randomly have a 0, like a main deck surgical extraction, we should be good. But yeah, deny them one of their draws. And yeah, we should be able to just kill them here. I don't... Again, I'm like irrationally afraid of a main deck surgical. I think I have another basic island. Yes, I do. So we can grab island, island, nomad. Yeah, they're F6'd. Illusionist. Alright, and now we win. Okay, cool. Took down game 1, up against mono black aggro. What do we want to do with this? Troll makes me think they have reanimates, so surgicals seem very good. Prismatic endings seem pretty good here. Orum's chance, maybe. I'm anticipating surgicals coming in. We only saw creatures, though, so I'm not sure how much we need Force of Negation to stop an early, like, Dark Ritual sort of effect. So let's see. If we take all of this in, I feel like they care about their graveyard. Take out the Shuko. Do the trim combo pieces thing. And we'd still need 2 more. I'm iffy about these Orum's chance. Yeah, let's leave the Orum's chance out for now. Let's try taking in Surgicals and Prismatics for more removal and graveyard hate. And just trim a little, like, trim one of each of our combo pieces and try something like that. Okay, I like this. This is a pretty good hand, so we can keep this. Our opponent's already mulliganing to 5. I have a fun... I don't know why I haven't been thinking about Leyline of the Void. I'm sure that's what they're fucking mulliganing to is a Leyline, but we... Oh, they didn't. Okay. I thought for sure they were going to mulligan to a Leyline, but they didn't, so we dodged that bullet. That being said, we are going to go ahead and double Surgical. Interesting. We'll start out on a Misty. This gives us options to be able to go grab other colors as we need. And we might just try to go for, like, the Construct Beatdown route. But we'll see what they do. Stalactite Stalker. Okay, we can kill that. I'm not super worried about it. I'm not going to fetch yet. I'm going to wait. A redundant Nomads. I don't hate that. Let's drop a Urza Saga. And we will continue to hold up our Swords to Plowshares. Next turn, depending on what they do, we'll probably just slam... Okay, Dauthi Voidwalker. That is definitely a good Swords target here. So we're probably going to Swords that, bounce the Stalactite Stalker. It is going to take us off of green mana, but we're not in a position where I think green mana matters at the moment. Go grab a Tundra. Swords the Voidwalker. And like I said, we're going to slam Teferi, bounce the Stalactite Stalker. Alright, they're getting rid of our Swords to Plowshares. That's fine. So they do have surgical extractions. They're going to see our 2 surgical extractions. And then depending on what we draw here, we might be able to just go off. Like, if we draw the Illusionist, we can just go off right here. We do not, though. So let's go ahead and play Teferi for now. And we're going to go ahead and bounce the Stalker. Drew a basic. Okay. I'm going to guess they're probably just going to replay the Stalker. No? Okay, Bowmasters. That's fine. Annoying? Yes. End of the world? No. We might feed this Bowmasters a smidgen. Depending on what we draw here, like I said, we might feed the Bowmasters if we have to fire off this Brainstorm. Or we hit that. Let's... Do I want to feed the Bowmaster at the moment? I don't think so, not yet. Let's just make a dude. Grab a Shuko. And we'll play a Flooded Strand so that we can go get our green mana in the event that we draw a, whatchamacallit? Nadu. We're probably going to go grab the, Surveil Land. I'm a little worried about them possibly having Opposition Agent if they get to 3 mana, but if they pass the turn with 3 mana up, especially because I know they have a Stalactite Stalker. Yeah, that's fine. I have such redundancy in my hand, I don't care. If you want to take the Brainstorm, that's fine. I'm not fucking playing it anytime soon anyways. They took one of the Nomads. Do they have another Surgical? Because I will Surgical my Nomad in a heartbeat to fizzle your Surgical. They're not going to get in. They're leaving me with the Brainstorm, which is kind of funny. So we know one card in hand is the Stalker. So we don't know what the other two are. They are going to Surgical the Nomad. Well, I will Surgical my Nomad to fizzle your Surgical. Get rid of one of my graveyard. And then there's a part of me that wants to Surgical their Surgicals. And there's the Stalker. Okay. They have one card in hand. We are going to go get a Surveil Land, grab the Hedge Maze. Show me a Nadu or a Illusionist on top, please. We do not need the basic planes. That is fine. Show me what I need. Ponder. Am I willing to... I think I'm willing to Ponder here. It's only +1. And it still gives me options to do things here. Let's see. We've got Force of Will, Ponder. Do I just want to shuffle? I think I do. Let's do any order. Shuffle this. Give me the nuts here. And we drew a Force of Will anyways. Okay. Alright, just go in face with it. That's fine. Let's equip this. Play out the land, and we will pass the turn. And we have a Force of Will up if we need it. We can block any of their creatures. There's something to be said about maybe running this Nomad out, but I don't really want to at the moment. Like I said, worst case scenario, if we have to, like, YOLO this Brainstorm into Orcish Bowmasters, I'm fine with it. This is screaming they have another Bowmasters. Which I will also Force of Will in a heartbeat. Okay. I was about to say, this is screaming they... Yes? Okay, yeah, this is screaming they have another Bowmasters. Which I will Force of Will a Bowmasters in a heartbeat. Yep, knew about that. We're gonna say no to that. And now my cantrips are live again. However, both of their creatures now have the ability to attack through my constructs. But, like I said, my cantrips are now on. And that is a Nadu. Hell yeah. Okay. Nadu in. This bad boy in. And they scoop it up. Alright, we got there. We managed to go out on a high note. Opponent didn't even make us go through it or anything. Yeah, cool. I like it. And not the record I was hoping for, but we did manage to at least get half of our entry fee back and put up a 2-3 with what honestly feels like a really clunky deck. So, but we'll talk about it in the wrap-up. Good game, opponent. Good game. Alright, well, honestly, the deck felt really clunky, and I had some really bad running as far as draws are concerned. I felt like it ran a bit better when I was testing it and tweaking some numbers than it did when I actually went into the league. It was also significantly weaker to land destruction than I was anticipating, because I didn't really run into a ton of that when I was testing it and getting the numbers squared away. But it definitely feels powerful. People definitely fear Nadu. It didn't come up during the league, but when I was testing, I did have a couple of games where I was able to pull off the Springheart Nantucket line. And one thing I will say is it is a nightmare to keep track of that on MTGO. It doesn't show you which insects you've already targeted and which ones you haven't. So if you get enough of them on the board, you're kind of just starting to randomly click on them, hoping you're hitting one that you haven't targeted yet. So it is a nightmare to try to keep track of that. So I really don't recommend doing that if you're playing this online. If it's in paper, you can have a little system where you have like the ones you haven't targeted, the ones you targeted once, the ones you've targeted twice already. It's much more functional in paper than it is online. So just a heads up as far as that's concerned. But I mean, the deck does its thing. It's definitely powerful when it goes off. I honestly felt like I was missing the backup plan that some of the older versions of Breakfast have, where they had the Stoneforge Mystic package. And there were times where I feel like if I had been able to pivot onto a beatdown route like that, I would have had a better shot of winning games than being 100% reliant on the combo the way that this deck is currently. That being said, it's fun. It's kind of a cool, nifty little thing. I do not think Nadu is broken in Legacy the way that it is broken in Modern, but it's a good value card. I honestly think if you want to do Nadu, you should have a Nadu specific deck. Don't just jam it into Cephalid Breakfast. It's kind of something that I had a feeling when it was first spoiled. And people were saying they were going to jam it into Breakfast decks right off the bat. I kind of thought, I mean, it kind of does what Breakfast does, but it's not infinite the way that Breakfast wants to be. And it doesn't really present a backup plan. It's more of a value engine, in my opinion, than it is a combo piece. But that's just my personal opinion and my experience with the card. I definitely think the like Bant Mavericky style or Bant Value Town decks will take advantage of Nadu much better than Breakfast would. So like throwing it in with a Stoneforge package along with like Thalias and Hate Bears and just value green creatures, I think would be better than just trying to jam Nadu into a Breakfast shell like this one. But that being said, it was still fun to play. I just had some rough running. Like I said, I was not anticipating this deck being so weak to land destruction, and honestly, I was not expecting to run into Sowing Myco Spawn as much as I did, and oh my god, is that card a house. I totally overlooked that thing during spoiler season, but now it makes me want to be an asshole and blow up opponents' lands, so maybe you'll be seeing that in a video coming soon. But anyways, I hope you all had fun watching the video. I will catch you all in the next one, and as always, stay salty. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you like what you saw. If you did, do me a favor, hit that like and sub button below. They are free ways to support the channel. And drop a comment, let me know what you like. Any kind of feedback you got, your opinions on my gameplay, the decks that I play, any of that kind of stuff. If you really like what you see, go ahead and drop by the Patreon. Become a patron, get to read some of my tournament reports and some stuff going on outside of just Magic in my life that I'm going to start putting over there as kind of my own personal blog. Also, you can do donation deck lists over there, just the price of a league if you have a specific deck you want to see, or you have an idea you want me to brew around, something like that, go ahead and do that. Nothing is required. It's always appreciated, though. Any donations go directly back into the channel, covering stuff such as leagues for donation decks or the rental program that I'm a part of. I am a small-time YouTuber. I'm doing this for fun. I really hope you all like what you saw. I truly appreciate you all stopping by. I will catch you all in the next video, and as always, stay salty.